Hey guys, welcome to episode 1 of the BB&J podcast. After many months of planning, we are finally doing our first show. I'll introduce everyone. My name is Brendan. To my right, we have Bryson. And on the left, we have Jamie. How you guys feeling tonight, boys?
Well, I'm spending my Friday night with you fuckers, so...
Starting off on a positive note.
Alright, I'm feeling the love. Feeling the love.
I'm pretty excited to get this podcast started because we've been talking about it
for
eons.
Yeah, we
So
started playing this in May after Jamie and I went to go play some ball hockey, and we were out of breath after 10 minutes, so maybe if we hadn't left, this wouldn't be happening.
Yeah.
Maybe if we stayed for the whole ball hocky, we would have not been. This might not be happening.
Gosh,
There's a message for you kids. Don't chase your dreams in sports, just start a podcast.
Oh my gosh, for real.
So what are we
Well, I
talking
mean, that's
about?
what Dave Poulin did.
Well, I don't know if you guys heard, but there's a big hockey tournament going on in our city.
Do fill me in.
Yeah, it's called the World Cup of Hockey.
Right on. I think I heard something like that going down maybe 12 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, that's the last.
Yeah.
Well, Brighton, that was the last time it happened.
Was
It happened here too.
It did it?
Yes. So we have 8 nations, 6 consisting of countries, and the 2. Well, we'll get to the other 2 teams because that's going to be a big topic for discussion. Yeah. But what was your thoughts on the what stood out for you in the pre-tournament, guys?
Well, I'll defer to Bryson.
Okay. I thought, all the games were really gritty, which is a big difference from what you see in the IHF games. You don't see the possibility. We could see somebody fight on an international level. It can happen.
I actually never thought about it that way.
They can
I
fight.
don't
It's just a 5-minute penalty.
I don't. Yeah, because it's an NHL run tournament. I just don't. I personally I don't see any fights happening. But
I think I'd want to see one happen.
Yeah.
I won't. I'm kind of on the fence. I kind of feel like
I
a
don't
pussy
know,
for saying I
like-
don't like the grittiness of this tournament.
I feel like either Brad Marchand or Leo Komarov are probably going to get into a fight.
they're not fighters. Komarov
Well,
is
not-
not. I don't think Komarov fought once for the Leafs last year. He's
He
not a
did, but
fighter.
I feel like if those 2 guys are known agitators, and they've already been doing it in the pre-tournament, I could see them starting a fight. Out of everybody, I could see it being them.
Do you guys like having the grittiness, or do you kind of get worried about players getting injured this close to the start of the season?
No, I like the grittiness.
Well-
You're not going to take the grittiness out of the game because sometimes, you look at the lesser skilled. I'm not saying Finland isn't skilled. They got some really talented players, but they're known to play sort of a gritty North American style because they need to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have to.
Because you're not going to outskill Canada or Russia, so you're going to have to rely on your grit a bit more. And luckily for Finland, they have some really good goalies as well. Pekka Rinne and Tuukka Rask. And if I was running Finland, I think I'd Pekka Rinne instead of Tuukka Rask.
To your point, though, about getting worried about it, it's kind of almost redundant when you bring up Canada in that sense because we just had Tyler Seguin get called out because of a lower body injury, and
Austin Matthews blocked a shot and Twitter blew up.
I know exactly.
Leaf Nation blew up.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Well, Leafs Twitter blew up.
But what I mean is when it comes to Canada, that kind of stuff you don't have to worry about because there's no shortage of superiorly skilled or extraordinarily skilled players.
Oh, but
Canada could have 2 teams. That's how deep they are. They could have 2 teams that could probably win this tournament.
Exactly. Well, that's why they have a fucking team North America.
We'll get to that. We'll get to the North America.
What were your thoughts about the pre-tournament games? What did you see that stuck out to you about the play, I guess?
In terms of play, it's on the smaller ice surface, so it's very similar to the NHL. I didn't watch maybe as much as you guys did, but
No, I trust me, I'm probably on the same level.
okay. Because these games, they don't mean anything.
They don't hold my interest if they
But
get to a
the
blowout.
one thing
I'll tell that to the Americans.
But the thing I was looking forward to most when this tournament started was, I think I can speak for all of us, is the first overall in this year's draft.
Yeah.
He's a Toronto Maple Leaf.
Yeah.
Austin Matthews. I was really watching him the most, and he did not look out of place. It helps that he's playing with 2 very talented line mates. I think the first game's with McKinnon, and we were talking about this earlier. I'm not 100% if it was Scheifele, But
Because he might have been. It might have been the third line with Scheifele. He started on the third line, didn't he?
Matthew started on the line with McKinnon, and I don't think it was Scheifele, but I could be wrong. But anyway, he didn't look out of place going against NHLers. I thought he looked really good. He looked poised and calm with the puck.
Well,
I remember actually his first shift, he almost scored on a backhand on it was kind of like a broken play. It came right to him, and Halak made a really nice pad save.
And was it the first game he kind of set up that blooper to Ekblad? I think it was.
That was the second game.
Was that the second game?
I think it was the second game.
Yeah.
I thought it was a really nice pass, and then I looked at it and I was like, he kind of just lost the puck. But still, point for Matthews.
But he looks very aware on the ice to me. He's aware of the situation.
His defensive play is like above and beyond anybody his age right now.
Big. He's a big guy.
Like even just like his mentality. I mean, look, it's shut down in coverage first thing.
Hold on. You're thinking he's the defense first kind of guy? That's what you're saying?
Oh no, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying
he's good defensively.
Yeah, he's really like for a kid his age, like he has that mindset where he's thinking about defense.
Okay, no, he's aware.
Yeah.
He's aware
of
his defensive responsibilities.
Which is something the Leafs always need.
Exactly. I mean, like, you're going to have... I'm looking at Martin right now in the rookie tournament, and...
Well, which hasn't started yet.
Well,
it started tonight.
Yeah,
okay, it started tonight.
And I'm looking at this kid, I'm looking at somebody who's, for lack of a better term, balls to the wall, like, I need the puck, give me the puck. Sort of guy.
I like that.
It's nice, but you see him get, you see him forechecking a lot, and you see him kind of more offensively minded, and then you have a guy like Nylander. I'm sorry, I'm getting too off topic, but out of everybody right now, I feel like he's the best. He's the most defensively minded for his age group.
And prospects for the Leafs?
In general, right now, like.
I don't know.
For anybody coming into the NHL, I feel like...
for coming into the NHL, because if you're talking about Team North America, I think the most defensive, reliable forward on that team is probably Sean Couturier, but...
easy.
Yeah.
I thought you were just going to do a Leaf fan there. I think the most reliable forward on the Leafs is Morgan Riley right now.
Okay,
But I mean top D pairing.
So we all saw a bit of the tournament, and let's get some predictions going, because predictions are always fun. Who do you have in the finals, and who's the winner? We'll start with you, Bryson.
And the finals,
it's a best of...
It's a new format.
No, actually, I found out tonight. I was at the premiere party. In 1996, they also had a best of 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
So why is it only one game
in 2004? I don't know.
It's a one-game elimination in the semis, though.
Yeah.
That's fine.
In the knockout, yeah. I don't know if it's a quarterfinals, but the actual finals, it's a best of 3. First team to 2 wins.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay, so...
And what do we got? We got 2 different groups. Does that distinguish where they end up at all in terms of like who they can end up playing in the finals? Do we have any restrictions on that? Because I'm not sure.
Well, I know Canada and the U.S. are in the same group.
The groups are Group A, Canada, U.S., Europe, and Czech Republic, and Group B, it's Finland, Sweden, Russia, and did I say North America?
Not yet.
Okay, so North America. Oh, in terms of the restrictions in the finals, how it goes,
I don't want to throw.
I would imagine once the knockout round starts, some teams in Group A and Group B will dive in and play.
Well, I think I'm gonna take a dart here. Not.
What's so funny, Jamie? I know. I don't know why I did that. First time on TV. Fuck. Sorry, guys.
Scissor timbers.
But who do you have in the finals, Bryson?
I'm gonna say that North America actually ends up in the finals.
North America and who?
That's where I'm trying to. I kind of want to go with Canada. That's kind of what I want to see happen. But I don't know if that's really my prediction or just what I want to see happen. But I want to see the kids win it. I want to see the kids.
You're cheering for North America.
I want to see the kids win the whole damn thing.
Okay. Jamie, what about you?
Well, for me, I do see. This is a really hard question for me because it can go freaking either way if Canada gets matched up with the U.S. in the semifinals.
I don't know if they can meet in the semifinals because they're in the same group. I don't know for sure, but we'll go with it.
Well, it's a semi, so they might.
But you still got
If
other
it's- if
dangerous
it's-
teams too.
Yeah, well, yeah.
No,
you-
because I think when it gets to the knockout, Group A and Group teams play each other. Because that's what
they play each other.
Am I doing it again?
Is that the symbol for playing each other? now?
That's yeah.
Head to
But,
head.
but yeah, no, like what I mean is like you have like the U.S. playing this like really really aggressive game, and they beat
Which we saw in the Canada-U.S. game.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
I got a little out of hand.
Yeah, and like if the U.S. is coming in with that sort of intensity pre-tournament, you have to kind of wonder and worry as a Canadian, like as a fan of the Canadian team, is they outplayed us, like
No, they didn't.
in the first game, in the last period, they definitely did outplay us.
I don't think.
And yet you can blame that loss on Carey Price, was
That's
taken
what
off the rush.
He had a little bad goals. This is his first
But-
game in like 10 months.
Look at the first period of that game. Canada was absolutely flummoxed with that sort of play coming from the Americans because we haven't seen that sort of strategy
maybe-
utilized by them where they're using their size
Maybe
and their
they weren't
speed.
expecting to see that in the first game.
I mean, Mike Babcock had to really, really lean on Joe Thornton and Ryan Getzlaff to get stuff done because those were the only guys that could actually fight in the corners against some of the big guys on the U.S. team.
What?
So
But
what
to
it's
the-
sounding like is you have the U.S. going to the finals.
Well, that's why I'm saying it's a hard question for me because for me
But
it's
predictions are fun.
the big four. The big four for me are Russia, North America, Canada, and U.S. Because those
I think Sweden's better than the States.
you think Sweden's.
I
better
love
than the
Sweden's
States?
defense.
I think they're a little like I think this is the big problem with European
Lundqvist is in
teams
that too, right?
and European teams that are not Russia or Czechoslovakia.
Czech Republic.
Czech Republic, is that they're more skill minded than they are physically minded.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I see, like the majority, like all the North American teams making it to the finals, and Russia because they have the size to keep up with those teams. North America only because they have the speed to kind of. I mean, like it's a kind of like a matchup that we see a lot in the normal NHL season where speed up against size, speed normally comes out on top.
Lately, it seems like
Yeah.
it seems like the game. Well, we'll get the game's shifting towards skill and speed for a while now instead of grit. But
So
that's a topic for a different day though.
So stop goddamn dilly dallying and make a
A prediction for the finals. I would have to say North America for sure, and
Okay.
then depending on how badly Canada wants it, then Canada.
I think Canada's gonna want it.
So we have two predictions going for Canada versus North America.
If it can happen, because I'm not sure how the playoff format works.
It's a bit iffy, yeah.
I'm gonna say I should have brushed up on that before. Since I have a feeling Group A and B they play each other in the playoffs. I'm gonna say Canada and North America. Canada North America is my first one, and then my second will be Canada and the USA.
Yeah, actually, I could see. You know what? Even
Sorry, no, Canada and Sweden. Because I just said Sweden. Well, it depends who you face in the playoffs.
Well, if we're gonna talk about like first, second, third, I'm saying if I had my choice, it'd be Canada, North America, for the actual cup,
Frank Curry Cup.
USA and Russia for the second place cup if there was one, and then Team Finland versus Team Sweden for the third place cup.
I mean, that was the one I was waiting for too. I was like, you always because they have that rivalry. I went to do the hand thing that you did again.
So
It's a thing.
So what were you guys talking about? Third place team? Sweden,
The
Finland?
different, yeah. the
Like
diff-
if it was structured like the Olympic
Oh.
Games.
bronze medal, silver medal. Like they gave them a smaller version of the Frank Gehry Trophy. They're like
Yeah.
participation trophy, if you will.
Yeah, it's fine.
That went off, but
Yeah.
it's fine.
Okay.
I hope.
Okay. So
Well, saving right to the camera. So.
okay. So what do you we'll just touch on this quickly. What do you think about the North American and Europe teams?
North American Europe teams? Oh yeah, I mean, well, I feel like Europe would probably be more of a opponent or a contender if they were structured more like the Team North America team. In that sense,
By
meaning
age?
that if they had more young skilled players, instead of just kind of like a ragtag group of misfits from Estonia and wherever else. But
Yeah, that the first game North America played against Europe,
they beat them
Chara
4-0.
looked like an old man telling kids to get off his lawn, like waving
Yeah.
his hockey stick. They were like skating circles around them.
How old is he now? He's got to be going.
Chara home, and he's almost 40. He's like 38
Yeah.
or something.
Whatever. I'll always have
Still has a
memory of
black
him.
belt though. Watch out.
Oh, I didn't.
Black belt and ragdolling McCabe.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Right.
though I am surprised about Max Domi and Anthony Duclair among other rookies not making Team North America. Like especially Max Domi. I feel like he would have fit in really well. Maybe it's just because even like Mitch Marner, I mean, like I'm surprised that they left out the OHL's top player.
Well,
in Team
Mitch
North
Marner
America.
hasn't played an NHL game yet.
Near,
I know what you're gonna
We've
say.
talked
Neither has
about this.
Matthews.
Neither is Patrick Laune. Neither is who else do they have on the team that hasn't played a fucking
Yeah,
NHL
okay, but
game?
it's different with Finland.
And didn't Line play in a men's league too?
He played in men's league.
So it's along the same level.
In Finland, they don't have the most depth on their team. They don't have the most depth, and I know Austin Matthews hasn't played an NHL game yet, but
Mikko
they,
Koivu, Pekka Rinne, Leo Komarov. I know I'm a big Leo Komarov fan, but still, his play has gotten better over the last few years. So you can't really say that Finland is a team without depth. I mean, they're getting there.
I
They don't have
never
as
said
much
that.
depth.
I never said they didn't have depth. They don't have as much NHL players as the other countries do.
Yeah, like whereas Canada's filling out a roster and then some,
Yeah.
where you have a whole team worth of guys that you can talk about being left off.
And
Yeah.
Like PK Subban, not on defense. I don't know. I'd put him on there. I would.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that was more of a publicity move than anything. They don't want that kind of they don't want that kind of hate on their team right now.
That kind of hate. There's
Well,
nothing to do
around
with Subban.
I mean like that kind of publicity surrounding the Canadian hockey program in general. Do you want me to check? I can go check.
On the oh no, I was looking up
Oh.
at the fucking script, man. I was trying to keep track of where we are and what we should move on to next.
Yeah, well,
So yeah, what were your thoughts on Team Europe and North America in terms of like what they are? They're kind of just
when I first heard about it, I was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
like this is such a gimmick. I just thought it was so weird.
I think at this point the Team Europe one is definitely a gimmick. I mean, that team
But
is so
but then I
funky.
thought about it, like it's better having these very talented players who represent like the lesser known major countries in Europe. I think I heard today that there's 8 different countries in Europe representing their team, and
Yeah.
I think that's so much better than having Germany, Belarus,
Oh,
Slovenia,
yeah.
who have like 2 NHL
Where they
players
have
on
to
each
fill
team.
where they have to fill out rosters and stuff like
So
that.
I
do like that,
feel
yeah.
you're putting your, so
and with making that North America team, they had to make another team.
Yeah.
to make it even
yeah.
on each side, something the NHL doesn't know how to do.
No, they're very
And balance
imbalanced.
structure. Vegas. But
Fuck you, Vegas. That's all we'll say about that one for now. But
They should. I don't even want to get into
no,
that.
that's another topic for another day.
Yeah.
but yeah. So yeah, they needed another team, and then since Connor McDavid, they wanted to put Jack Eichel on it. They probably don't think they're gonna make the Canada to States. Why not make a super young team and
I don't know.
do this
It
again?
kind of. I think it would have. I think Babcock would have wanted someone like freaking.
Honestly, I would have Connor McDavid on the team rather than Joe Thornton, but That's just
Come
me.
on, you don't want Big Joe?
You don't want that big.
No, I don't want him. I don't. He's a good player, but I think think McDavid's better.
I mean, I think if you have Brent Burns, you're definitely gonna have Joe Thornton.
Why? They both have fucking beards.
Beard brothers. They're skating around the ice with those beards like
Well,
ogres. They're like grinding people's bones to make their bread.
Yeah, I mean, like
that or Amish.
Joe Thornton literally looks like
Looks
the.
like a navel for a second.
Actually, your script is gone.
Yeah, hold on. I mean,
Just gotta printed out copies.
Yeah.
Well, I wish, like I said, if we could duplicate the screen, we could have the notes just right here.
oh.
Oh, balls.